Hey guys, how you doing? It's Gerard here from the Lifestyle team. Today coming to you from Esperance, Western Australia. It's about a 7-hour down south drive from where I live in Perth, but this place is beautiful. As you can see in the background, we've just found a little spot at this place called Blue Bay. We're just doing a little bit of droning. We've got Merrily flying the drone. We're gonna make a cool little video around here. I was actually born in this town, and we're here because we were spreading my grandparents' ashes in the ocean on the weekend. And that was a very intimate moment for us. And something I've learned this weekend is the importance of family. And family is always something you keep for the rest of your life. So any beef you have with your family, just make sure that you get rid of that, get over that stuff. Because as I've grown older, I've appreciated my family more and more, especially my parents. It's something I'm so grateful to have their love and support every single day. But that's not the topic of today's video. This is something that happened two nights ago. It was my Uncle Kevin's 60th birthday and we had the whole family down. It was like a little family reunion, and I couldn't help but all my aunties and uncles asking us what we do with ourselves these days, and they can't believe how we're so financially stable at such a young age, and what we're doing around the world with our internet business and the impact we're having. They're always wondering how we do it and what is it that we do. We try to explain to them, and it's funny when we start explaining how we make money online with affiliate marketing and how we've set up systems and automation to create passive income for ourselves. It sometimes goes way over their head, and for some reason they're always arguing back to why that model isn't sustainable or won't work in the long run, because they're so stuck in their old ways of thinking. Haven't adapted and realized that there's so much opportunity online. Something I keep trying to tell them, but you know what, the message here is you always have to be willing to adapt and change, because really some of my aunties and uncles are struggling. They've lost their jobs and they're just getting by in life, really struggling to even live a life that they love, because they're always worried about bills too much. And it's really a matter of mindset. And if you're not willing to accept new ideas in your life, if you're not willing to adapt to changes in the economy, changes in business, the way business is done with new technology, and you're stuck in the old ways of thinking, then you may get left behind. That's the point I want to make in this video. If you think your ways are right all the time, you're not willing to think outside or adopt different ways of thinking, then you may get left behind. I applied this principle throughout my whole life. With fitness, I always used to think that you had to consume food every 2 hours or you would stop building muscle. I always thought that breakfast was the most important meal of the day. I thought you had to work out constantly all the time, and over time I figured out that you can work out 2-3 times a week for 45 minutes at a time and get better results. You can intermittent fast, skip breakfast, and save those calories for bigger meals later in the day, be satisfied and hit your calorie goals, lose fat, build muscle. And this is totally different ways of thinking that as soon as I made the decision to adopt a new set of rules, a different paradigm, and just test it on myself, then I got more results. So if whatever you're doing right now isn't working for you, and you're reading books or listening to mentors who are telling you something that's challenging your beliefs, I challenge you just to take it on and just test it for yourself. If I tell you can make passive income online and create a real business that you truly love, purely because of the fact that you've just got a larger audience and greater reach, and there's just a variety of systems and tools that you can leverage to create more time freedom, then give that a go. Try that on. Don't be like my aunties and uncles and say, no, that's not possible. Oh, it's impossible. You guys do $50,000, $100,000 a month, and yet our sales book are always showing that. And I'm not here to prove them wrong. I'm just trying to open their mind up to a different way of thinking. And if you're not open to that, then I wish you all the best, but honestly, be open to different ways of doing things. Otherwise you will get left behind. All the people who still are are tied to small businesses and to jobs that they dislike because they think that's the only way to make a living, haven't explored different options, especially what present themselves online, then you're really missing out on a chance for growth, because the world changes, people change, business changes. The landscape is always changing. If you're not willing to adapt and always be learning, then you will get left behind. So that's the message of today's video. Be willing to adapt, be willing to change. Trust in your abilities to always be adaptable. My auntie was arguing, oh, but what if this happens? What if that happens? And I wasn't arguing back. I just responded by saying, I will adapt. I will adjust to whatever I need to adjust to. Because they're living in fear, I'm living in a mind of abundance. And it's very different ways of thinking. It's a subtle way of thinking that can make huge differences in your whole life. My paradigm is a lot different to my older generation's paradigms, where it's fear-based, security-based, and really based on what if I lose everything. And you know what, so what if you lose everything? Honestly, I could live in an island like this, catch fish and build myself a shelter if I really ever had to. I'm happy with my life. I'm happy with the way I live. I choose to live it and the way I earn an income. So, and I'm always willing to change. If the online stuff stops working, I'll always find a way, because I trust my own abilities and I will adapt. So I know I've waffled on a little bit in this video, but I hope I got my message across today. Always be willing to adapt, always be willing to change and accept different ideas into your life. And then you'll always keep growing, you'll always keep learning, and you'll always keep progressing. So I appreciate you for watching to the end of this video. I think they're done with the droning, they're just packing up. We're probably gonna head up on the other side of this rock, catch some more really cool shots of Esperance. And this place is very sentimental to me because I was born in this small town, and it's always good to come back and especially meet all the family. So thanks for coming to watch this video, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.